Robbinsville Lady Knights softball is on the air. Welcome to the Graham Star YouTube page on this absolutely picture-perfect Wednesday afternoon in suburban Silva, North Carolina, right in the shadow of Southwestern Community College, as we bring you Lady Knights action against the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs. Kevin Hensley with you for today's telecast. Very privileged to be back on the air with you for Robbinsville Lady Knights softball, and we'll come back here in about 10 minutes or so for the introduction of today's starting lineups, as well as the playing of our national anthem. And you are watching the Graham Star YouTube page. There's not a cloud in the sky as we come back to you from right outside of Silva. We are in Webster, North Carolina this afternoon, folks, for Smoky Mountain Conference action. Well, actually against Smoky Mountain. Good to have you with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page. We are your exclusive home for Robbinsville Athletics, streaming all season long and beyond. The Lady Knights are in town to take on the 3A Lady Mustangs of Smoky Mountain High School, which is just about 2 miles east of us in Silva. Good to have you with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Once again, folks, Kevin Hensley with you for today's telecast. Lady Knights coming into this game with a record of 14-2, while the Smoky Mountain Mustangs talked a record of 9-7. This will be Robbinsville's final non-conference action. Of course, Friday the Lady Knights will travel, to Valley River Park in Andrews, return the favor as the Lady Wildcats have visited on Monday in Robbinsville, and will now travel to Andrews on Friday. Robbinsville will for a 4:30 first pitch, and then next week will be a series against Hiawassee Dam that will end the regular season. And Tuesday's game at Hiawassee Dam will determine the Smoky Mountain Conference champion. If the Hiawassee Dam Lady Eagles were to win, they will of course force at least one more game for Robbinsville to clinch the championship, as the Lady Eagles have one loss in the division and Robbinsville has 0. But if the Lady Knights can pick up the victory on Tuesday, then it will be an outright Smoky Mountain Conference championship for Robbinsville. I believe we're just about set to go with the introduction of the starting lineups. Hopefully we'll be able to hear it all the way out here in center field. They've had some indecipherable music playing, so surely we can pick it up out here what the announcements are. Flags right above us here. You're fine. I'm way above you. You're good. Thank you, though.
Good afternoon, Mustang Nation. Welcome back home to Big Blue Country as today your Smoky Mountain Mustangs take on the Robbinsville Knights. Please remember, fans, that at this facility, sportsmanship is always enforced. Today, Smoky Mountain High School will be wearing red in honor of Drake Barlow. He is a beloved Smoky Mountain High School fan, and tomorrow is his park day. Red is for organ donation, so we congratulate him today. Fans, at this time, we please ask that you place your attention to the field as we honor Miss Alana Hopkins for reaching 500 strikeouts on her career at Smoky Mountain High School. This comes with a canceled season from COVID in 2020 and a shortened season in 2021. Alana wasted absolutely no time making up for the lost seasons already, entering her senior year thus far with 197 strikeouts. Wow. Alana is committed to the game and loves to compete. Let's all congratulate Alana in making her mark at SMHS and causing this huge milestone in her pitching career. Way to go, Alana. Now let's get 500 more. Your team, your fans, family, and community, we all love you. Fans, we say at this time that you can join us after the game for cupcakes and cobbler as well. At this time, we will announce the lineups for Robbinsville. Starting with the starters. Number 2, Zoe Schuler. Number 1, Brooke Turpin. Number 3, Memory Friend. Number 24, Ivy Odom. Number 17, Patience Friend. Number 11, Sarah Gibby. Number 5, Hallie Anderson. Number 22, Liz Carpenter. Number 4, Ansley Fink. Number 20, Allie Ayers. The substitutes for the Knights are number 6, Jolie Campbell. Number 7, Claire Barleby. Number 8, Abby Adams. Number 9, Bailey Parham. Number 12, Taylor Jackson. Number 14, Olivia Lewis. Number 16, Bailey Conley. And number 27, Christina Jenkins. And now the lineup for your Smoky Mountain Mustangs, beginning with the starters. Number 1, Kennedy Stillman. Number 2, Rhea Patel. Number 13, Alana Hopkins. Number 17, Abby Branning. Number 8, Bailey Clore. Number 14, Abby Cook. Number 6, Caitlin Tuckwick. Number 4, Kaylee Marr. Number 20, Zayla Spitzer. And number 9, Addie Mole. The substitutes for the Mustangs, number 12, K.J. Emmons. Number 11, Chloe Ledford. Number 15, Morgana McCollum. Number 10, Riley Stokes. Number 5, Kaylee Smith. Number 3, Tiana Ledford. And number 18, Micah Tiger Harlan. Fans, we ask at this time to please rise and remove your caps for the flag of our national anthem.
Indeed it is, and the Robbinsville Lady Knights are just about set to go here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Good to have you with us wherever you may be tuned in this afternoon for Robbinsville Lady Knights softball here on YouTube. We'll now go through the starting lineups in case you missed them just a moment ago. Leading off for Robbinsville will be the shortstop, number 2, Zoe Schuler. Batting second will be the left fielder, number 1, Brooke Turpin. Batting in the 3-hole today is the third baseman, number 3, Memory Frapp. Cleanup hole is occupied by Ivy Odom. She's the first baseman and wears number 24 for Robbinsville. Patience Frapp will get the nod inside the circle today. She's wearing number 17 and bats fifth. Batting sixth is Sarah Gibby. She is wearing number 11, and she's batting for Allie Ayers, the flex, at second base today. Batting seventh is right fielder number 5, Hallie Anderson. Batting eighth will be the catcher, number 22, Liz Carpenter. And in the 9-hole today is center fielder number 4, Ainsley Fink. So it'll go Schuler, Turpin, Memory Frapp, Ivy Odom, Patience Frapp, and Gibby, and then Anderson, Carpenter, and Fink. Brief ceremony on the field to recognize Alana Hopkins achievements this season with all of her strikeouts. Robbinsville will fortunately miss her today. She's not getting the nod inside the circle today for Smoky Mountain. Instead, that offer goes to number 9. That is Addie Mole that you'll see pitching today for the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. And it looks like Zoe Schuler is going to step in, and we are just about set to go here in Webster. Good to have you with us, folks. As we said, here on the Graham Star YouTube page, your exclusive home for Robbinsville Athletics. And we're streaming all season long. First pitch coming. Schuler shows bunt, but it will go foul. And it is 0-1. First pitch coming at 4:28 p.m. Temperature at first pitch is an absolutely pristine 70 degrees. As we said, not a cloud in the sky, folks, but a nice breeze here this afternoon. It's a little bit cooler today here in Western North Carolina. Very privileged to have that going for us as well. Schuler, the lefty, in there to face Mole for the Mustangs. And the pitch on the way will miss, looks like upstairs. 2 balls and a strike on Zoe Schuler. And we got a little bit of a confusion with the umpires on what the count is. And the umpire at the home plate signifies it is 3-0. And while they're trying to get all that sorted out, they're going to jog in and give Addie Mole an atta girl after the first few pitches in the game. Trying to keep her inspired. Hopkins is battling an injury, in case you're wondering why she's not pitching. Got some nagging injuries in a conference title game looming for Smoky Mountain next week. So they want to rest her and give her a chance to be as healed up as possible for that important matchup next week. And that one caught the plate, I believe. 3-1 the count on Zoe Schuler. So I guess the first pitch was actually just a drop ball. I couldn't tell from this angle. My apologies. 3-1 coming. And it's fouled back. Now the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mole set to fire. Full count pitch. Fly ball roped. Center field to the fence. It will drop on the track. And it is a ground rule double for Zoe Schuler. And that's how we begin things here in the top of the first. Schuler just missed a homer. That one hit the ground and careened over the... It's a short fence out here in the outfield. We're not going to downplay it. But that will give way to left fielder Brooke Turpin batting in the 2-hole. Robbinsville has stacked the lineup card with 2 lefties at the top. First pitch to Turpin. Schuler thought about going, changed her mind. Want to know the count. Surrounded about some fans out here in the outfield. Fans up here on the bank. Great atmosphere here in Webster for Smoky Mountain softball. Schuler still thinking about it. Opts to just walk back to second. That one caught the plate. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike on Brooke Turpin. Emery Frapp will pitch, or bat next, excuse me. Normally the pitcher for Robbinsville, but she's at third base today, giving way to her sister Patience, who's getting another Wednesday start here on YouTube. That one bunted down the third base line by Turpin. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way. Chopped right into the infield to the shortstop. And she's going to eat it. Turpin can fly down the line. And she is safe and sound. That fires up the Robbinsville dugout. Schuler will also hold at second. So now there's 2 on with nobody out for Emery Frapp. And the first pitch, Frapp sees, is going to get fouled back to the screen. 0-1. No, I stand corrected. That ball just got away. I guess that's going to be a passed ball. And that moves the runners up. Thought I heard contact. I guess that was the flag blowing above us. My apologies. It's a little windy. We're doing the best we can. 1-0 pitch. And that one is swung on and missed definitively, so it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. As we mentioned, Robbinsville comes into this one with a record of 14-2 this season. Mustangs are 9-7 as Frapp chases a high one, and that is strike 3. And that is the first out here in the top of the first. Ivy Odom will step in with 2 in scoring position and 1 out. Brooke Turpin at second. You can see her in the forefront of the screen, wearing number 1 for Robbinsville. Frame job was for naught. Did not get the call. 1-0 on Ivy Odom. Odom's been on a tear lately. Homered in 2 of her last 3 games. She's hit 5 this season. Schuler has the team lead with 6. Overall, the Robbinsville Lady Knights have launched 18 long balls. Snap throw back to third. But that will hold Schuler. She'll get back in plenty of time. Just 1 base away from planting the first Robbinsville run of the afternoon. Pitch coming. And that one, I believe, caught the plate. No, sir, it did not. My apologies. It's a ball on the scoreboard. 2-1 is the docket on Miss Odom. Patience Frapp, the starting pitcher today, will bat next for Robbinsville. 1 out here in the top of the first. No score yet. Odom's trying her darndest to change that. But she swung and missed that one, and it's now a 2-2 count on Ivy Odom. And the 2-2. Fly ball, center field, deep but playable. And catch will be made. Tagging and going home is Schuler. Turpin will stop at third. It's going to be a sacrifice RBI and F8 for Ivy Odom. But it's 1-0 Lady Knights. And Patience Frapp will now step in for Robbinsville with 2 down, and Brooke Turpin still at third. First pitch to Patience Frapp misses, ball 1. And the pitch. Frapp pops it up, but it will leave the ballpark. And it's 1-1 on Patience Frapp. Sarah Gibby, the designated player today for Robbinsville, is in the on-deck circle if the inning continues. And the pitch to Frapp. Popped up, and that's also chopped foul straight back behind the ballpark. It's going to die a death in the trees. Ball and 2 strikes on Patience Frapp. Frapp has really emerged this season as a dominant number 2 starter for Robbinsville. She's gotten a lot more nods than she had last season. Of course, her younger sister, Memory, a sophomore now, as a freshman last year, toted most of the work on the rubber. This year they've done a better job of evening up duties. 1-2, fly ball left field, but playable, and catch is made. That will do it. Robbinsville strands one, but they plate one. And sacrifice flyout by Ivy Odom scores. Zoe Schuler will go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Lady Knights. Bottom of the first on tap from Webster. We're here in suburban Silva, right in the shadow of Southwestern Community College, for Robbinsville softball action this afternoon against the Smoky Mountain Lady Mustangs. Kennedy Stuman, the starting catcher for the Lady Mustangs, will lead off things. here in the bottom of the first. And you see number 17, Patience Frapp, in the circle today for the Lady Knights. And we'll see what she can do with Miss Stewman as the Lady Mustangs get their first chance on offense in this ball game. First pitch she offers is a strike, 0-1. Frapp was dominant last week at Inca. She lasted 5 2/3 innings against the Sugar Jets. Picked up the victory as Robbinsville defeated Inca 5-1. That one roped to right field, and it'll be a single. Allie Anderson reels it right into Allie Ayers. And back to Frapp, a quick leadoff single for Smoky Mountain. And the batter is Rhea Patel for Smoky Mountain. Drops a bone the first pitch she sees. Scooped up quickly, but a high throw to first is going to be costly. Frapp overshot Odom. Stewman stops at third. Patel at second. And E5. And quickly the Lady Mustangs have 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. And Alana Hopkins will step in, normally the Smoky Mountain starter, but today she is playing at third base. Getting a little bit of rest, as we mentioned earlier, before the big conference game for the Lady Mustangs next week. Pitch from Frapp. Low and in the dirt. Carpenter loses it. Stewman sprints home, and we are tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the first. Pass ball on Carpenter proves costly. Things are all knotted up. Right back where we started here in the early going. Pitch coming. Outside. I believe the count was supposed to be 3-0. They've only got 2-0 on the scoreboard. And the pitch. Roped hard down the third baseline, but it will drop in the Mustangs bullpen. Should be 3-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first, and Smoky Mountain with a quick response. We're tied 1-1. Pitch on the way. Popped up. Playable. Carpenter lets it drop as a foul ball. And that runs the count full. A little bit of miscommunication, and nobody snagged it. Should have been an easy first out. But instead, we'll roll along with a full count on Hopkins. Abby Branding, the shortstop for Smoky Mountain, will bat in the cleanup hole next. Frapp gets her sign, and the full count pitch is fouled off, and onward we go, still 3-2. That one roped hard to center field, deep and off the front of the fence. Just drops in front of Ainsley Fink. That looked like a homer for sure, but it's still going to be a double for Hopkins, and Smoky Mountain leads 2-1 here in the bottom of the first.
Now back with the Mustangs, number 17, Abby Brandon.
Branning, wearing number 17 for the Lady Mustangs, steps up now. Still nobody out. And Smoky Mountain already inflicting 2 runs of damage here in the bottom of the first. But Branning swings and misses at the first pitch she sees, 0-1. Hopkins holds. We hope to be back with you fans on Friday from Valley River Park in Andrews for Robbinsville's trek to face the Lady Wildcats at 4:30 in Cherokee County. Frapp fires. That one chopped right back where it came from. Could be a double play, but I think she got back to the bag on time. So it's an L1, and that is the first out of the bottom of the first, as Patience Frapp snagged it right off the bat of Branning. And now Bailey Clower will bat the first baseman for the Mustangs. First pitch she sees is going to be low, ball one. Hopkins still at second base. Pitch is chopped foul. Actually bounces off of Miss Clower, but I think she's all right. Count is 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. That one roped, but playable. Frapp will play that one, so she's recorded 2 quick outs on a line out and a pop out, and 2 away. And Abigail Cook will now step in for Smoky Mountain. 2 outs. 1 on. Mustangs leading 2-1. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. See Hopkins in the foreground there, number 13. She roped a double just a moment ago right off the center field fence. That scored the second. And go-ahead run for the Lady Mustangs. One to Cook. Fouled just a little ways away from home plate. Ball and 2 strikes. One, two. And it is swung on and missed. And that will do it. I believe she might have tipped it back into her glove. Smoky Mountain strands 1, but they score 2. And we'll go to the top of the second. A slugfest may be developing here on YouTube this afternoon, folks. It's 2-1 Lady Mustangs. Top of the second from Webster. It is 2-1 Smoky Mountain here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Sarah Gibby, the senior designated hitter, will bat first. Abby Moll's first pitch is swung on and missed, 0-1. Robbinsville scored its only run in the top of the first, a sacrifice flyout by Ivy Odom, which scored Zoe Schuler. Smoky Mountain got a run back and then another one to pull ahead in the bottom half of the first. Gibby chops that one foul behind the press box. Quick 0-2 deficit. Allie Anderson in the on-deck circle. She will bat next. The 6, 7, 8 holes due up for Robbinsville here in the second inning. Only time we have seen Smoky Mountain this season. 0-2. And that one fouled right back to the fence. Gibby stays alive. Robbinsville has, of course, trekked to face teams such as A.C. Reynolds, Inca, T.C. Roberson for their portion of the non-conference schedule. And that one is swung on and missed. First out here in the top of the second.
Now named 1 down, number 5.
There's 2 strikeouts already for Mole today. She struck out Memory Frapp in the top of the first and has now set down Gibby. In the 7 hole is right fielder Hallie Anderson. She's in the batter's box. First pitch she sees. It is going to be a strike, 0-1. Caught the inside part of the plate. Pitch coming, and that'll hit the dirt. Stewman tried to stop it, but she'll have to jog over and scoop it up. 1-1 count. Anderson takes it high. That was about helmet height. 2 balls and a strike. Ceremony before the game, as we mentioned, to honor the pitcher for Smoky Mountain, and rumor has it that after the game there'll be cupcakes and cobbler for everyone if they want to stick around for that. So if you're not here, you're missing cupcakes and cobbler. For shame. 3 balls and a strike on Anderson. Liz Carpenter, the catcher for Robbinsville, will bat next. Anderson swings at one high and away, and the count runs full. Three-two. Called strike 3. Anderson froze and couldn't pull the trigger. That's 3 strikeouts for Mole today, and 2 gone here in the top of the second. Liz Carpenter is Robbinsville's last chance here in this frame. First one she sees is swung on and missed, 0-1. Ball's got some good movement today on that rise ball. 0-1 on the way. That one drops low. 1-1 count. One coming. She chases one way outside and away. Stewman almost lost it, as a matter of fact. But Carpenter offered, so it's a ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch is grounded down the third baseline, but it will be foul. Careens off the pole in front of the Lady Mustangs dugout. And Carpenter stays alive. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Unfortunately, fans, there is absolutely positively no cell reception, no data of any kind at Hiawassee Dam, so we won't be able to bring you that game next Tuesday, which could be the title game. If Robbinsville wins it, they'll clinch the Smoky Mountain Conference outright. Hiawassee Dam wins it, and that means Friday's game, the season finale, as a matter of fact, at home against Hiawassee Dam, will be for the conference championship. We'll have that one for you for sure here on YouTube. 2-2 pitch. Carpenter fouls it off. She's battling. 2 gone here in the top of the second. Smoky Mountain leading 2-1. And the pitch. Rope to the outfield. That'll split the gap. And that will be a hit for Carpenter. Way to keep the inning going by freshman Liz Carpenter. A 2-out single to right field. And Ainsley Fink will step in 9-hole today with a runner on. Fink a lefty. Interesting to see what she'll do here. Got a runner on, but 2 outs. She's known to be a slap hitter that'll try to reach as quick as she can. Taylor Jackson has popped out of the dugout to courtesy run for the catcher, Liz Carpenter. See what Fink can do when she has a chance to swing the bat here. And she smacks it down the third baseline, but a little too wide of the line 0-1. Pitch coming. Swung on and missed. Throw to second. Jackson tried to steal, and she was caught. 2-6 stealing, and that will do it. Think will lead off in the top of the third. Robbinsville trails 2-1 against Smoky Mountain. Caitlin Taquette will lead off for Smoky Mountain as we welcome you back here on the Graham Star YouTube page. The Lady Mustangs lead Robbinsville 2-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. And Patience Frapp hoping for a much calmer inning. First pitch she sees is going to be foul. They had her out at first. Allie Ayers was already there at the bag. Frapp had it fielded. I believe they said it was a foul ball. Now we've got some umpires discussing it. Taquette started ahead of the dugout. She is out. Okay. Well, the umpire called a foul ball, but I guess not. So that is a 1-4 putout and one gone. Quickly here in the bottom of the second, Kaylee Marr will now bat for Smoky Mountain. And there's some discussion going on still from the Smoky Mountain coach at home plate. And I believe she has lost the grievance. Marr bats with one away. That one popped foul. Carpenter will field it off the fence. 0-1. That one careened to second baseman Allie Ayers. She'll pitch to first in time. And that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Up next for Smoky Mountain is Zayla Spencer. She's batting in the 8-hole today for Smoky Mountain. The Robbinsville Black Knights are making up a game today at Cherokee. That was a rainout from way back on April 5th. Finally getting a chance to squeeze that in today. Cherokee's campus bustling as they're also hosting a track meet this afternoon. And the first pitch catches the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Fly ball, right center field. Ainsley Fink's got a beat on it, and she'll make the play. And that will do it. It's a 1-2-3, bottom of the second. We'll go to the third. Robbinsville trails Smoky Mountain 2-1. Ainsley Fink at bat was interrupted in the top of the second. So she'll get a chance to finish it out as we begin the top of the third. Taylor Jackson was caught stealing, in case you're wondering why I said it was interrupted. So she never got to finish it. And it'll be the 9-1-2 holds due up for Robbinsville. So Fink will be followed by Zoe Schuler and then Brooke Turpin. It's a pop-up bunt, and Mole gets it. Fink is frustrated about that as she jogs back to the dugout. 1 pitch, 1 out. Schuler to the plate. Zoe Schuler doubled to begin this game in the top of the first and then scored when Ivy Odom flew out to center field. It's the only Robbinsville run thus far. That one a bit upstairs, ball 1. Frame job by Stewman goes nowhere. 2-0. That caught the ire of some of the Smoky Mountain faithful around the left field fence. 2-0. And that one actually caught the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Almost the exact same location. Schuler awaits. 2-1. Way outside. 3 balls and a strike. Three-one is a strike. So Schuler will stay alive. That one caught the outside tippy corner of the plate. Full count. And the pitch. Roped to the shortstop. Patel to first. They're going to say she beat it. A bang, bang play. Schuler's got some speed. There's a reason she holds 5 track records at Robbinsville High School. It's an infield single here in the third. And with Schuler on, you can bet your bottom dollar she will be off to the races at any moment, with Brooke Turpin stepping in for the Lady Knights. Turpin singled in the infield in the first. And there goes Schuler on the first pitch. And she's in there, pops up on the bag safe and sound. And that's the first stolen base of the game for either team. And it's a 1-out steal. Schuler in scoring position for Turpin. Bunt, fielded, throw is going to be late. Had to wait for the call to come in from home. And we got runners at the corners as Turpin bunts her way aboard. It's back-to-back infield singles, if you will, for Robbinsville. And Memory Frapp, who struck out in the top of the first, looking for some redemption, with 2 on and 1 out. And the Lady Knights trailing the Mustangs 2-1. First pitch, snap, throw back to third, and it's a mile high, nowhere in the vicinity. Error in left field will allow Turpin to go to third. And the Mustangs finally get it cleaned up, but we're tied 2-2. Schuler sprints home. So it's an E2 to score Schuler, an E7 to allow Turpin to scooch to third. Still just 1 out. Memory Frapp at the plate. Frapp swings hard but comes up empty, 0-2. Ivy Odom will bat next for Robbinsville. As we're all back at square one again, we're tied here in Webster. And the pitch will get away from Stewman, but she'll have it nicely blocked right in front of her. It's ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch coming. Fly ball tattooed and out of here. Frapp smashes a 2-run homer. That's the way to make up for that strikeout in the first. Sends it sailing over the left field fence. And it is 4-2 Robbinsville here in the top of the third. And it's like somebody's already scooped up the home run ball that no doubt Frapp will want to hold on to. Robbinsville's played at 3 now. They're back ahead 4-2 with 1 out here in the top of the third. And Ivy Odom will step up to the plate with nobody on. Odom up. Mole's going to try to recover from that first pitch. High ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Catches the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Patience Frapp now with a 2-run advantage in her corner. Will bat next. Well, just misses 2 balls and a strike now on Odom. As the Robbinsville dugout warns there's a bomb coming. Odom, of course, as we mentioned, has homered in 2 of her last 3 games, including Monday against Andrews and last Thursday at, or excuse me, I beg your pardon, last Wednesday at Cherokee. 2-2 count on Odom. And that one is popped a mile high, and it will exit the ball field. Two-two pitch. That one's careened hard, but playable into shallow left field. Patel misses it. And all hands will be safe on the E5. Odom stands at second. Patel dropped the ball out of her glove. Didn't get the squeeze on in time. And Addie Mole has another base runner to contend with. And Patience Frapp at the plate. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Frapp launches the first one she sees into shallow center. It will drop. Odom is in trouble at 3rd, but she'll get there in time. So Frapp with a double. Odom advances to 3rd. I think they're trying to call Ivy Odom out over here at 3rd base, and Billy Knight is hot. He is not happy about that. And Odom still, or excuse me, Knight, I beg your pardon, still not happy about the call. In between 3rd and home at the moment, just pacing back and forth. As it is scored now, Odom is out 7-5, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Patience Frapp will get lifted for, I believe that is Claire Barlow that has popped out of the dugout for Robbinsville. It is number 7. So Barlow courtesy running for Patience Frapp, the pitcher, and Gibby up with 2 gone. And the first pitch from Mole flies away. It's a wild pitch. Barlow to 3rd in time. She gets there, so she'll move to 3rd on the wild pitch. Robbinsville, as we mentioned, 14-2 this season. The Lady Mustangs are 9-7. One-0 swung on and missed. Gibby chased one outside, and it's the ball and a strike. That one drops low. 2 balls and a strike. Robbinsville 9-0 in Smoky Mountain Conference play. The Lady Eagles have lost a game, so that's why if Robbinsville can pick up the victory next Tuesday, they will win the conference championship. Fly ball, left center field, and it is caught, and that will do it. But Robbinsville gets back in control of things. Memory Frapp with a 2-run homer over the left field fence, And the Lady Knights now lead 4-2 here on YouTube. Kenny Stewman to lead off for Smoky Mountain, back at the top of the lineup car for the Lady Mustangs as we welcome you back to Webster for Smoky Mountain Conference. Well, not quite Smoky Mountain Conference action, but we are against Smoky Mountain, so easy mistake to make. First pitch to Stewman is a foul ball. The two-run homer from Memory Frapp has extended Robbinsville's lead to 4-2. They, of course, tied the game in the top of the third and then went ahead on that homer. That is the 19th team homer this season for the Lady Knights. And Stewman sends one a mile high to center field. Ainsley Fink will make the play, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the third. And Raya Patel, the batter. Patel in, one out. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Patience Frapp. 0-1. Popped up to Memory Frapp at third, and she'll reel it in foul territory. Two gone. Alana Hopkins will now bat with nobody on and two out. Hopkins doubled home the second run for the Mustangs in the bottom of the first, and that's all the offense so far for the Lady Mustangs. That one was low and in, ball one. Fly ball left center field. Fink with a hard break, but Turpin has a beat on it but drops it. It hits off her knee instead of in her glove. So it is going to be an E7, and that will plant Hopkins at first. And Abby Grant will now bat with one on and two out. Branding steps into the hokey pokey. Because, in fact, folks, I have confirmed that is what it's all about. Frapp fires. And Branding ducks out of the way of that one. 1-1 the count. We're in the third. Robbinsville leads 4-2 over Smoky Mountain. Just joining us, Memory Frapp launched a two-run homer in the top half of this inning to break a 2-2 tie. And that one hit straight to Allie Ayers. She'll scoop it up, and that will do it. Lady Mustangs strand one as we go to the fourth. Lady Knights in control of things, 4-2. First pitch to Hallie Anderson, misses, ball one. Welcome back to Webster. It's 4-2 Robbinsville here on YouTube. Anderson struck out looking in her first plate appearance today. Outside, ball two. And that was a strike, even if Stewman couldn't hang on to it. 2-1 now on Anderson as the 7, 8, 9 holes due up for Robbinsville here in the fourth. Anderson to be followed by Liz Carpenter, and then Ainsley Fink is in the hole. 2-1. Anderson swings and misses, good cut, but comes up empty. 2-2 count. Pitch coming. Fly ball, but it will go foul right behind the Robbinsville dugout. Lady Knight's a little territorial in the dugout, barking at the Smoky Mountain players as they charge the fence to make the play. And it's 2-2. Upstairs and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Anderson was struck out on a full count pitch last time, and this time she swings and misses. Second strikeout of the day for Hallie Anderson. Mole sets her down to begin the 4th. And Liz Carpenter, the batter. Fly ball, but I believe it will leave the facility. It bounces off of the Smoky Mountain dugout. Nothing like a tin roof and a softball. 0-1. Carpenter singled in her only plate appearance. That kept the second inning alive temporarily for the Lady Knights. Ainsley Fink will bat next. She gets that one straightened out. It's playable over third base. Patel makes the play. And that is the second out. Check out, that was Kaylee Marr, the second baseman, that made the play there. My mistake, or the shortstop, I should say. Number 4 reeling it in. And the first one, Fink sees. She lobs it into no man's land. That will drop. Fink turns the bag, and it's a 2-out single to keep things alive for Robbinsville here in the top of the 4th. Well, what a flick off the bat there by Fink, just dropping that one. Nobody could get there quick enough. And top of the lineup, Schuler back up for round 3. She has doubled and reached on an infield single in this ball game. Fink takes off with 2 outs, and she slides in as the throw is off path. Fink in scoring position now with 2 away for Zoe Schuler. And the pitch is away. Stuman loses it, and that's costly. Fink at third. That was breaking away. We'll score that a wild pitch. I don't know that Stuman could have got a glove on it. Abby Mole still inside the circle for Smoky Mountain. Pitch coming. Roped hard to right field, and that will drop for a hit. Schuler's going to run for days. She's going to third. It could be a stand-up triple. They're going to hold her there. It's a 2-out triple. Robbinsville tacks on to its lead. It's now 5-2. Lady Knights are just clicking right now at every turn and circumstance. A triple by Zoe Schuler. A home run would give her the cycle today as Brooke Turpin steps in with Schuler at third and 2 gone in the 4th. Turpin chops that one foul off the fence behind home plate. 0-1. Spot the scoreboard. We are in the top of the 4th. Good to have you with us here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Kevin Hensley and better late than never, Brooklyn Rogers here with you for today's telecast from Webster. Another foul ball. Hopkins can't get to it on time, and it's 0-2. That one chopped back in the hole. That's trouble. They're trying to get Turpin, but she's safe by a mile. Schuler scores. It's going to be an infield RBI single for Turpin. It's now 6-2 Robbinsville. Emery Frapp up to the plate now. She is struck out, and then she homered. 2-run shot in the third. And first pitch is high and away. Ball one. Turpin holds at first. And we have an obstacle on the field. Softball got loose from the bullpen. And we're back at it. Fouled hard down the third baseline. 1-1 count on Frapp. That one skips away. Turpin will scoot to second, and that's as far as she'll go. Wild pitch moves up Turpin, and another runner in scoring position for Robbinsville here in the top of the fourth. That one just buried in the dirt, and Stuman couldn't get a handle on it. Popped up, foul, hits a tree, and disappears. May soon be resting on Highway 116 out here. So 1-2 count on Frapp. And the pitch. Roped hard, but it's still foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Emery Frapp has shown us some lengthy at-bats this season. She had one at Inca last week that I believe legitimately went around 15 pitches before she finally drew a walk. Unbelievable battle from Frapp. Fly ball left field and foul again. One actually made it right near the bullpen. Turpin had already scored. She's going to jog back to second. Still 1-2. Roped again, but playable, and a diving catch is made, and no, it's dropped. Excuse me, I thought she had the ball. So it's going to end up being a double, and another run for Robbinsville, 7-2. Abigail Cook, the left fielder for Smoky Mountain, tried to make a play on that, dove, but the ball popped out. Will be ruled a 2-out double for Emery Frapp. And the first pitch to Ivy Odom is in there, 0-1. Hitting's contagious. Robbinsville has plated 3 more on back-to-back-to-back at bats here in the top of the fourth. 2 are gone in the inning. Emery Frapp at second. Pitch coming. Odom tees it up to right center field, but playable. And the catch is made. That will do it. Robbinsville, as we said, scores 3 more. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. 7-2, Lady Knights. Back with you from Webster. It's 7-2 Robbinsville here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Lady Knights have scored 6 unanswered runs against the Lady Mustangs and are looking to hold the score with Patience Pratt back out for her 4th inning of work. Is Bailey Clower in the leadoff spot for Smoky Mountain here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch hit hard under the glove of Schuler, so that's going to be a leadoff hit for Bailey Clower here in the bottom of the 4th. Schuler dove for it, but couldn't come up with it. And Abigail Cook, the left fielder, will now step in for Smoky Mountain. First one drops right in there. 0-1. Chopped foul just to the left of home plate. And it's 0-2. O2 pitch. Popped up. And Ivy Odom will make the play. Clower holds, 1 gone here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now back for the Mustangs, number 6, Caitlin Taquette.
And Caitlin Taquette will now step in with 1 out. And a runner on for Smoky Mountain. Lady Mustangs trailing 7-2. Got to get their offense going here against Robbinsville. Patience Pratt gave up 2 runs in the first inning and hasn't surrendered a single one since. First one's away, ball 1. As we mentioned, folks, back with you Friday from Andrews as the Lady Knights take on the Lady Wildcats at Valley River Park. Next week we will have a game for you on Thursday. Depending on the implications of the softball matchup, we'll try to bring you the softball game if it's a title game. If it's not, we'll join the baseball squad for the season finale against Hiawassee Dam. Of course, the Black Knights are vying for a playoff spot as well. Unfortunately, we cannot broadcast next Tuesday's game at Hiawassee Dam. Technology is not quite made it that far out, Highway 294 in Cherokee County. Popped up to Schuler, second out, snap throw back to first. And Clower just gets back Ivy Odom with the 7-10 split, but she is going to be safe. And 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. We were able to stream the softball game last year at Hiawassee Dam, but we're going to be covering the baseball team next Tuesday. Should be a good game. We'll have coverage for you in the May 5th edition of the Graham Star. Swung on a missed 0-1. That is Kaylee Marr at the plate, number 4 for the Mustangs. She is the designated hitter today for Smoky Mountain. One just misses. Second baseman Exelia Spencer will bat next if the inning continues for Smoky Mountain. Swung on and missed, big cut. And that is strike 3, I believe. Nope, I guess not. Most of us here at the park thought it was strike 3. My apologies. Lady Knights for breaking for the dugout. Well on their way to the 15th victory of the season. If the score holds, of course, Robbinsville looking to add insurance across these last 3 innings. Chopped down the third baseline, playable, but it is foul. So Clover will jog back to first, Marr to the plate, and we'll roll along here in the bottom of the 4th. The Graham Star is your exclusive home for Robbinsville Athletics, streaming all season long and beyond as we get Memory Frapp putting the play to Ivy Odom. And that will do it. Smoky Mountain again strands a runner as we go to the 5th. Robbinsville leading 7-2. Top of the 5th coming up here from Webster. It's 7-2 Robbinsville. Patience Frapp to lead off for the Lady Knights. First pitch coming. It is outside, ball 1. And that one in the zone. 1-1 count. Roped hard, but foul down the left field line. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Again, chopped, but playable now. Throw to first. Hopkins to Clover. And that is the first out here in the 5th. Sarah Gibby, the batter now for Robbinsville. First pitch she sees is careened up the left field corner. That's a fair ball. Gibby will hold it first. It's a 1-out hit here in the 5th. And Hallie Anderson will now step in after striking out twice today. We may have a courtesy runner coming in for Sarah Gibby. It's actually going to be Allie Ayers since she is the flex, the only one that can run. And I believe while they're trying to get the lineup card straightened out, and they've got it straightened out now. Ayers will be in at first, and Anderson to the plate. Bunt. Drops. Good bunt by Anderson. And a high throw to first, but that moves the runner. Anderson does her job. And that's 2 gone, but Ayers now in scoring position for Liz Carpenter. Carpenter with a pair of hits today. First pitch she sees grounded to the shortstop. Throw across the diamond will be, she'll be safe. The ball drops, and Ayers comes all the way around and scores. 8-2 Robbinsville on the error at first base. And Robbinsville's lead now up to 6 as Ainsley Fink steps in. Taylor Jackson back out to run for Carpenter. First pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Throw back to first. And Jackson is back in time. Fink slaps to the right, but it is caught on a leap, and that will do it. Robbinsville gets another one across. Allie Ayers scores on a fielding error. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 8-2 Robbinsville here on YouTube. 9-1 and 2 spots due up for the Lady Mustangs. Robbinsville leads 8-2 here on YouTube. Zayla Spencer will be first up for the Mustangs. And the first pitch she sees is foul. Frapp slams into the fence. Hope she's okay. Loses her mask. I think she's all right, though. Frapp tried to splash the fence, and the fence won. 0-1 the count. Patience checking on her sister, Memory. Billy Knight giving her an atta-girl for the effort. Spencer, the second baseman for the Mustangs, will be followed by catcher Kendi Stuman and then Raya Patel, the center fielder. Popped up. Foul. 0-2 count. Frapp has held them scoreless since the first inning. Pitch coming, roped, foul again. Frapp thought about breaking on it for a dive that time, but let it drop. Still 0-2. And that one is swung on and missed. Good pitch by Patience Frapp. And that's how we begin the bottom of the 5th. Kendi Stuman due up next. Just a second strikeout today for Frapp. And back to the top of the lineup card for Stuman. One's up, ball 1. Low and in, ball 2. I don't have my Frapp checkoff list today because I don't have my legal pad, but shout out to all the Frapps watching in Oklahoma today. I normally name you by name, but I don't have my extensive list that Valerie gave me. Thank you guys tuning in regardless. I know there's a Bubba, there's a Sarah, there's an Abigail, there's an Emma, and there's a 5th one. I cannot think of the 5th one. So shout out to the 5th one. Sorry about that. I'm sure I'll find out who it is after the game. Kenna. That's it, Kenna. I got him. I got him memorized. All right. And Stuman is hit by a pitch with one gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Rhea Patel up now with 1 out. Stuman was plunked right in the back and had to walk that one off. Gingerly comes back to the first base bag. Tells all business. She's already in the batter's box and squared up. Stewman looks to be okay. She's the catcher for Smoky Mountain, so she's known to take some lumps. Rhea Patel, the batter. Bunt attempt, and that just caused all kinds of confusion. Harpner batted it down, tried to field it, and it trickled behind home plate. 0-1. Dell drops at that time, and it will be good. Throw to first will be in time. Stewman to third, and that will be late. She got it under the tag. So Stewman makes up for the hit by pitch by trickling around to third. There are now 2 outs for Alana Hopkins here in the bottom of the 5th. Hopkins smashes the first one she sees. It's a no-doubter, and it careens off a truck. 2-run shot into the shade, and that's going to cut the lead for Robbinsville down to 8-4. Alana Hopkins with a 2-run bomb, and the Lady Mustangs have cut it down to a 4-run deficit. Eight 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Abby Branning will be the batter. It's a perilous task to park out here in the left field area, and a lucky fan from Franklin just found that out. And Abby Branning will look to keep the good vibes rolling for the Lady Mustangs. Their first run since the first inning off that 2-run homer from Hopkins. But Branning swings and misses, 0-1. Frapp trying to get out of this one with minimal damage. Roped to shallow, and Schuler moves all the way over to shallow left field and makes the play. That will do it, but Hopkins with a 2-run homer cuts it down to an 8-4 deficit. Robbinsville still leads as we go to the 6th. And look out as we enter the top of the 6th. It's Zoe Schuler. First pitch she sees is fouled off, 0-1. Schuler is a homer shy of the cycle today at Smoky Mountain. Oh, 1. Fly ball left center field deep and out of here. She's done it. Zoe Schuler completes the cycle with a solo shot to left center field to begin the 6th inning. Have yourself a day, kid. 9-4 Robbinsville. Schuler now with her 7th home run of the season. And now that all the excitement's trickled to the dugout, Brooke Turpin will step in, nobody out. And it's a 9-4 lead. Turpin drops a slap bunt, and the throw won't even be out of the hand before she's across the bag, and she'll reach on another infield single. And Memory Frapp, who hit a 2-run homer of her own earlier in the game, now steps in. Turpin at first, and chances are She'll go to second here in just a second. Frapp tees one up high and foul. Leaves the ballpark. 0-1. Our camera operator's even dancing along to the dugout cheers right now. It's finally coming to life here in the 6th inning. Fly ball launched. That's trouble. It is out of here. Another 2-run homer for Memory Frapp. 11 for Robbinsville here in the 6th. Lots of reasons to cheer right now for Robbinsville. The lead's back up to 7 in the blink of an eye. Biggest lead they've had today. And Ivy Odom looking to keep things going with nobody out here in the 6th. That's now 21 home runs for the Robbinsville Lady Knights this season. I believe that is Frapp's 4th of the year. Sheeler has now hit 7. Frapp has 2 today. First pitch to Odom. Misses. 1-0. Ivy Odom pops it up sky high. Play will be bobbled and made. And that's the first out here in the top of the 6th. Everybody's hearts dropped to the floor, but she was able to hold on to it. 1 away. And now Patience Frapp, the pitcher today for Robbinsville, comes up with 1 gone here in the 6th. That one trickles away. Want to know the count. That one also just a little bit upstairs, ball 2. Frapp no slouch. She can hit the ball as well over the fence when she's called upon. Lost to one at Hayesville earlier this season. One of 3 Lady Knights to hit one in that game. Memory launched one, as did Hallie Anderson. Ball gets away from Stewman. And it's 3-0 on Patience Frapp. And the pitch. Hit hard on the ground, but playable. Hopkins loses it, though. Throw to first. And she's still going to be out. Frapp thought she beat it. First place umpire Drake Lewis right there to make the call. And 2 are gone now for Allie Ayers, who is now going to bat in place of Sarah Gibby. Hopkins made a nice recovery after bobbling the ball to get Frapp out by a step. Allie Ayers up for her first try today. First pitch she sees is going to be fouled directly behind the plate. 0-1. Ayers homered as well Monday against Andrews. That was a 14-1 Robbinsville victory over the Lady Wildcats. Pitch coming from Mole. Low. 1-1 count. Hit sky high near the plate, and Hopkins calls off Stewman, and that will do it. But Robbinsville gets more on the board. 3 come home on 2 home runs, a solo shot from Zoe Schuler and a 2-run second home run of the day. That's a 2-runner, might add, for Memory Frapp. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's now 11-4 Lady Knights. Bottom of the 6th as we come back to you from Smoky Mountain. Lady Mustangs are trailing Robbinsville 11-4. Millie Clower, the batter for the Mustangs. And she swings and misses at a one upstairs, 1-1 the count. Robbinsville with 3 home runs today, 2 off the bat of Memory Frapp. And Frapp's strikeout in the first inning is a long, distant memory at this point. Folks, you're not going to get that good kind of quality humor anywhere else except right here on the Graham Star YouTube page. Foul back. 2-2 count. Like the 5, 6, 7 batters due up for Smoky Mountain here in the 6th. And the pitch. Foul back again. Clover still trying to straighten it out. As the Lady Mustangs down to their last 6 outs. Robbinsville eyeing win number 15 for the season. Smoky Mountain would drop to 9-8 if the score holds as it is right now. Popped up foul, and the battle continues. Fly ball, center field, crushed and out of here. Clover waited for one she wanted and straightened it out, to say the least. It's a solo shot here in the bottom of the 6th. The long balls just continue to fly in Webster. It's now 11-5. Where's your glove at, kid? That's one of the requirements of this job. Actually, just carry one in the car, but I thought I could carry it. Due up next is Abigail Cook. But it looks like a different number has popped onto the field. That is Chloe Ledford coming in to pinch hit for Cook here in the bottom of the 6th. Walking up to a Dolly Parton song never hurt anybody either. I better not let this play too long. They'll cut us off on YouTube for copyright violation. No, sorry, that was Facebook. I'm sorry, Facebook did that to us all the time. YouTube's been good to us so far. Upstairs, ball 1. We never had to worry about on justagamelive.com. Just saying. I went outside to Ledford. Fly ball, center field. It will drop. Fink will scoop it up and hold Ledford to a pinch hit single. No outs still here in the bottom of the 6th, and the Mustangs trying to rally late. And Caitlin Taquette, the batter, right fielder for the Mustangs today. And I believe they're going to pull a courtesy runner out for Ledford And they are. I got to see what her jersey number is. And Abby Cook will now come out to run after Ledford's effort. Looked like a one-off appearance for Ledford. She did her job, got on base. First pitch to Taquette is hit up high. Carpenter tries to get it, but it is dropped. 0-1. Popped up in shallow infield. Double play, no good. Allieres made the play with a quick flip to Ivy Odom, hope for the 4-3 ring up. But instead it's just going to be the first out of the inning, I beg your pardon. And Kaylee Marr, the DH, will step in now, 1 out. And Abigail Cook at first. Popped up. That may leave the ballpark. Ivy Odom tried to get it. Came up empty. Michael Schuler had to take a powder there. Almost hit him. But I think he's all right. And it's an 0-1 count. Pitch from Patience Frapp. Low gets away from Carpenter, and I don't know where Cook was on that one. She could have scooted to second easily, but she's going to stay at first. It's 11-5 Robbinsville here in the bottom of the 6th. Rope to right field. Anderson makes a good play. That could be a double play if he gets back in time. Odom loses it, however. And it'll be a fly out. That's the second out of the inning. Cook will stay at first. And Zayla Spencer will be the last hope of the Mustangs tacking on here in the bottom of the 6th. They trail by 6 and are trying to get out of the hole here as Robbinsville is mashing the ball again this afternoon in Webster. Fly ball left field deep and over the head of Turpin. Cook is going to try to turn home, but she changes her mind. Wide turn, but she held up. It's going to be a double for Spencer. And back to the top of the lineup card, Kennedy Steuben to the plate. So the Mustangs trying to get something brewing here in the 6th. And here comes Billy Knight out of the dugout towards the circle. He may be ending the afternoon for Patience Frapp. Her sister Memory may be checking in here in just a second. Discussion going on. And I believe Knight's going to leave her in. Frapp will remain in the circle with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. She was pulled from her last pitching appearance at this point in the game. We'll try to let her play it out here. 2 Mustangs on, 2 out. Top of the lineup card, Kennedy Steuben at the plate. First pitch will miss inexplicably, ball 1 to Kennedy Steuben. Roped. Schuler's got it. Throw to first. In time. And that will do it. The Mustangs strand 2. They get 1 across on a solo homer from Bailey Clower. Top of the 7th coming up 11-5 Robbinsville. Top of the 7th, 11-5 Robbinsville. And we're going to lead off things with Hallie Anderson fouling one back off to the fence, 0-1. Abby Mull is back out for her 7th inning of work here on YouTube. That one also fouled back and out of play, 0-2. Anderson has struck out twice and dropped a bunt to move a runner over for Robbinsville today. This drops in there. Anderson is rung up looking for the 2nd time today. One gone here in the top of the 7th. And catcher Liz Carpenter will come up with nobody on and one gone. That one almost in the exact same spot, but they didn't get the call that time, 0-1. Roped, single into left field. Hit number 3 today for Liz Carpenter comes with one out here in the top of the 7th. Taylor Jackson back out for her 3rd trip to the base path today. She was caught stealing once earlier. Ainsley Fink now the batter in the 9 hole for Robbinsville. Chopped. Throw to first. And that will get Fink. Jackson moves to 2nd. 2 gone. Hopkins thought about trying to turn a double play or at least get Jackson out at 2nd, but changed her mind. It's a 5-3 to erase Fink. And Zoe Schuler, who is hit for the cycle today, looks to just tack on the damage here in the 7th. First pitch. Gets away. Jackson will go to 3rd on the pass ball. That one should have been an easy-peasy one for Stewman. And it's 0-1. Hit hard. Play made. Good play over at 2nd. And that will actually do it here in the 7th. So nobody gets home. Jackson tried, but the throw beat her out to 1st. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Mustangs. It's 11-5 Robbinsville. Bottom of the 7th. It's the last chance for the Lady Mustangs as they trail 11-5. And Rhea Patel, the center fielder, looking to do something about that. Swung on and missed, 0-1. This is the Mustangs' best chance here. They got the 2, 3, 4 holes due up here in the 7th. Fly ball center field. Fink drives and misses it. That one would have been a hit either way. And Patel is flying. Throw to 3rd. Will be late. Frapp will catch it on a hop. And Patel all the way at 3rd on the single and the E8. And Alana Hopkins, the hero of the game today for the Mustangs with 3 RBIs, including a 2-run homer, now steps in with nobody out. Fly ball center field. Fink will catch it. Patel will hold. And just like that, one out. Ainsley Fink with a big run to catch that one one gone. And Abby Branning is due up for Smoky Mountain, but I think we're going to have a substitute. It looks like number 18, that is Micah Harlan, has popped out of the dugout. So Micah Tiger Harlan steps in with one out and a runner at third. And drops just below the knees, 1-0. Patience Frapp trying to close this one out for a complete game effort. Pops it up, and that'll be foul. Disappears in the kudzu behind the field. Ball gets away, but it will be deemed a hit by pitch. So runners are now at the corners with one out. And maybe another batter coming in relief here. Check that, is actually still going to be Bailey Clower coming on with runners at the corners and one gone. Clower hit a solo home run to get the fifth Lady Mustangs run on the board. And apparently she's feeling 10 feet tall and bulletproof. So Frapp had a brief discussion with Liz Carpenter, and now I think things are good to go. And the pitch. Low and in the dirt. Good stop by Carpenter. That makes the count 1-1. Throw to second. And it will be late. So now two in scoring position for the Mustangs. Brooklyn Rogers is ready for Osaka, I believe, after the game. Or some sake, depending on your variety there. Be a 2-2 pitch coming. Fouled off. Onward we go. Robbinsville in search of improving to 15-2. Lady Mustangs looking for their 10th victory of the season. But they got to get 6 runs across to keep this one alive. Ball is fouled down the left field line. No, I stand corrected. That's a fair ball. And it looks like Micah was even confused over at third. So just 1 run scores. It's an RBI double for Clower, and it cuts it to 11-6. Robbinsville still in the lead. For Chloe Ledford, who's batting again for Abigail Cook here in the 7th. First one in there, 0-1. Still only one out here in the bottom of the 7th. Mustangs trying to rally late. And the pitch from Patience Frapp will be fouled back behind the fans. And it is 0-2. Fouled off again. Ledford battling. She singled in her first pinch hit appearance in the 6th. That one drops in a little low, ball 2. Fouled straight back. 2-2 count. Still just one out. 2 Mustangs on the base path. And swung on and missed. Frapp gets her 3rd strikeout of the game. And it's a big one. That's the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 7th. And Caitlin Taquette is the last hope for Smoky Mountain here in the ball game. As Patience Frapp trying to put the final touches on the victory here. And she gets strike 1 dropped in on Taquette. And we've got Morgana McCollum has popped out of the dugout to pinch run for Clover at second. She is not 10 feet tall and bulletproof, but I'm sure she's a formidable opponent on the base path. 0-2. May not make a difference, though. It's an 0-2 count. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Folks, that is going to be your ball game. A strikeout for Patience Frapp. If I've got my count right, she had 4 today. Mustangs strand 2 more here in the 7th, and that does it. Your final score from Webster, Robbinsville 11, Smoky Mountain 6. Back with you Friday from Valley River Park and Andrews. A 4:30 first pitch against the Lady Wildcats. For Brooklyn Rogers, I'm Kevin Hensley. Have a good evening, everybody.